Yeah, good morning, guys. Welcome to AWS and DevOps batch, DevOps session. Okay. What we are discussing yesterday? We are discussing about load balancer, right? So topic is elastic load balancing and auto scaling group. Okay. Now try to observe, guys. Now try to observe. So what does this mean by scalability and high availability? And we will see that practically as well. Okay, load balancing. But before this, we have some terms. We need to understand what are those terms. Okay, so the first term is scalability, scalability, and high 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 availability. Okay. So what does this mean by scale, and what does this mean available? Scalability means an application which can handle great loads. Yesterday we were discussing about loads, right? Means there is a high load, then application may crash, right? Application may crash. So there are two types of scalability. Okay. Scalability means scalability means an application, an application, an application can handle greater load, greater loads. Okay, greater loads. What does this mean? Scalability, greater load. So there are two types of scalability. One is vertical. One is what? Vertical scalability. Vertical scalability. Okay. And the second one is horizontal. Horizontal scalability. These are the two types. Now, what does this mean by this scalability? Vertical scalability and horizontal scalability. Okay. Now think. Now think. We're talking about vertical scalability. Vertical scalability. So it means increase the size of instance. What does this mean? It means increase the size of instance. It means increase the size of instance. Size of instance. Okay. For example, we know, right, T2.micro. We know, right, T2.micro. So we know that T2.micro is T2.micro is T2.micro is one of the instance. Okay, is one of the instance. Okay. So scaling, vertical scaling means we are increasing size. T2 micro, what is the how many core computer it is giving? One CPU, right? So instead of T2 micro, if we are using, we increase the instance type. Means we make it from T2 micro to what? T2 micro, T2 micro to T2 large. What we are doing? Just think, just think like this. There is one kid. There is one kid is there, right? There is one kid. This is one kid. Okay. Now this is one kid, but I want some heavy work to be done, right? I want, this is 15-year-old guy, and I want a cement bag. There are 10 cement bag I want to place somewhere. So what I will do, can I ask this small guy? No, right? I will need some adult person, right? Adult person who can carry those bag, right? Who can carry those bag. So this is what the difference means. What is happening is we have what we did. We just increase the power, na. The power of small kid and power of a adult is different, right? You can understand. So that is what whenever we are increasing, when we are increasing smaller to large, what we are increasing, we are increasing nothing, increasing the power only, right? So this is called vertical scaling. Means whatever existing configuration is there, we can increase that configuration. Okay. Now, what does this mean by horizontal scaling? What does this mean by horizontal scaling? What does this mean by horizontal scaling? Now we have to observe. What does this mean by horizontal scaling? And try to observe. Horizontal scalability. Horizontal scalability means what? Horizontal scalability means increasing the number of instance. You can say increasing the number of instance. Number of instance. Okay? Or you can say number of yeah, number of instance. For example, there is only one person is working. There is one person working, right? He has to carry 100 cement bag or some load he has to take care, right? What 100 bag he is not sufficient. He can do, but he will take time. What we will do? What we will do? Same type of person. We can understand his power. Now he can able to do, but what we will do? We will add some more people, right? We will add some more people, right? We will add some more people of same type. So this is called horizontal scaling. Means what? In this case, think you are having one T2.micro. T2.micro, you are having one server, one operating system, that is EC2 instance we are calling. So what we are doing? We are increasing the EC2 instance, increasing the EC2 instance. Okay. So this is what one of the feature. This is what one of the feature of means you are just increasing what the number of instance. Here in vertical scaling, what you are doing? In vertical scaling, what you are doing? In vertical scaling, we are just increasing the size. Whatever the size is there, we are increasing. In horizontal scaling, we are increasing the number of instance. So this is what horizontal scaling. You are understanding this word, right? Scaling means always keep this mind. These are the technical word which you are going to use in your day-to-day life. Now try to observe. High availability. The next term is a high availability. High availability. Okay, what is high availability? Try to observe. For example, you deployed one application in one region, right? For example, you deployed one application in New York and suddenly it get crashed. What will you do? So high availability mean you are handling horizontal scaling also. Means running your application at least minimum 2 availability zone. Because if one application will get crashed, then your application will be running on second instance now. That is mean high availability. What does this mean? Means running your application. You are running your application in minimum 2 availability zone. You know, right? Always one region is having how many availability zone? 3, right? For example, what happened? Let's say this is your first building. Just think this is your first building. Okay. Some people are working task. Some people working task. Okay. Some people working task on first building. Some people working task on first building. Okay. Now what will happen? This is your first building, na? This is your first building. Now what happened? I am using one more as a backup. What happened? Today these people won't come on work. I can reuse this, na? I can reuse this, right? So similarly, if one application is deployed in one region, right? Let's say this is New York or this is some other places. This is New York. And this application is down. So we can use another region, availability zone, na? Okay, Francisco. Okay. So these are the terms which you are going to use. What is mean by scalability, availability, right? What is mean by horizontal and vertical scalability. So you should be aware of this thing. Okay. So basically in high availability, what you are doing in vertical scaling, for example, your lap, this is, let's say your instance size. Again, I am telling you, your instance size is, let's say, uh, T2.9 nano or micro. What does this mean by that? 0.5 GB RAM na on one CPU. But if you increase the size, instead of this T2 don't micro, you are using 12 TBL, right? 12 TBL means it is providing 12 TBL is nothing but what? It is also like T2 micro, T2 large. Similarly, there is one more na 10, 12 TBL. So this is providing how much? 12 TB RAM. And what is the size of CPU? How many CPU? Can you imagine? 448 CPUs it is providing. But what about this T2.nano? If you are using T2.nano, how much is the performance? You can imagine by seeing this 0.5 GB RAM and one CPU only. Now you can compare, right? One CPU versus 448 CPU. One CPU versus 448 CPU. What about RAM? 0.5 GB RAM, right? And here it is TB, sorry, 12 TB RAM. You can understand the performance, right? So this is what vertical scaling. Horizontal increase means, horizontal scaling means, see, we can call it scale up or down, right? You can call it scale up or down. Means you are increasing or decreasing. That is a scale up and scale down. What does this mean? What does this mean by horizontal scaling? We can call scale out or in. For example, somebody is asking you in this term, do it, do some scaling, scale out and scaling. You should know what does mean by scale out and scaling. Increasing the number, decreasing the number. See, I am showing you zoom in, zoom out, right? What I am doing, zoom out, then zoom in, right? You are understanding, right? Decrease, zoom out means decreasing, zoom in means increasing. Similarly, scale out, scale in, right? High availability zone means in running the instance of same application in multiple region. Now, horizontal scaling having two terms. How you will achieve? Now, this is word. This is the technical word, right? Now we want to understand how we can achieve, right? Now, now try to observe, guys. Now try to observe. So horizontal scaling we can achieve by using auto scaling group and load balancer. Yesterday I showed you this diagram, na? Not this one. ठीक है, I will show create one more diagram, no problem. ठीक है. Now try to understand load balancing. Same diagram I am telling you. So what does this mean by load balancing, guys? What does this mean by load balancing? We have to visualize. If I will do click on the system, it is not going to help you. So try to observe what does this mean by load balancing. So load balancing nothing but we have one server. Load balancer means what? Load balancer are nothing but server. Load balancers are servers only. We are creating servers now, operating system instance one, then we are doing something. Load balancer are also the similar way. Load balancer are also server. Okay, that forward some traffic to multiple servers, or we can say EC2 servers, EC2 instance. Okay. What does this mean by upstream and downstream? Two words I can use. Up and down. Up and down. Now try to observe. For example, this is one load balancer. For example, this is an EC2 instance. This is one EC2 instance. This is one EC2 instance. This is one EC2 instance. Your application is running where? In this application is running in EC2 instance. This is your EC2 instance. Okay. This is also your EC2 instance. Your application is running inside this application app. Okay. This is also your EC2 instance. Application is running. Okay. Now try to observe. What will happen? Its IP address will be different now. Let's say its IP address will be something different. IP1. I'm just giving the one name. IP2. I'm giving one name. Similarly, IP3. I'm giving one name. So do you think this IP1 and IP2 and IP3 is going to work? You are going to the customer. Hey people, in the morning, morning use IP address 1. In afternoon, use IP address 2. In night, use IP address 3. Do you think people work? You will explain people like this? No, right? So what we are doing, we are configuring one more server. Server is nothing but machine na. What we are configuring EC2, operating system, RAM, all these things we are configuring. So this is what load balancer. This is what load balancer is. This is called load balancer is. Hope you are getting. 1 minute. This is load balancer, right? What is the purpose of load balancer? You are the user, guys. You are the user. You are the user. You are the user. You are the users. You are sitting in different corner of the world. You are the user. You are sitting at different corner of the world, and you are using what? You are accessing your flipkart.com. You are accessing your flipkart.com. You are accessing your flipkart.com. So then what will happen? So do you think you are do you think now you will contact this application directly? No. Do you think you can contact application directly? No. No. Now try to observe what will happen. First, you have to configure these applications into load balancer. What you are doing? You are configuring your application in this load balancer. You have to configure this application into your load balancer. Where you will apply configure these? There is one place inside load balancer called target group. Where you can configure your application, there is one target group. There is one target group. You will configure everything inside target group. You know, right? One security group is always there, na? Think this is your security group. Think this is your security group. Inbound rule, outbound rule. Inbound rule, outbound rule. Inbound rule, outbound rule. Similarly, load balancer is also server, na? Can we configure is inbound rule and outbound rule? Nothing being it means what? It means security group. It means security group. Means now people are going to access na. Now people are going to access na. They want to enter in the server na. So for that purpose, this is your request. Request you are accessing. You are accessing. You are accessing this request. Do you think that anyone can access this load balancer? No. Only if you are configuring this security group. This over the internet, there are different type of protocol. Currently, we are discussing about HTTP protocol. HTTP or HTTPS, right? So what is happening? You are accessing the request. This request will go to load balancer. Now, what is the duty of load balancer? What is the name? Load balance. Balance the load is the work, is the is the purpose of load balancer. So one request will go here, IP1, application instance 1. Second request will go to instance 2. Third request will go to instance 3. Next request again go to instance 1. Second request will go to instance 2. Third request will go to instance 3. So in this fashion, no partiality na, no partiality with all the instance. One by one, they are getting results, right? One by one, they are getting the result. Now guys, try to observe. Now try to observe. Now guys, you understand. So now try to understand what when I use upstream and downstream. This side we are called upstream. This side we can call upstream. And this side behind the load balancer, behind the load balancer, people are not able to see these servers, right? Behind the scenes. So these are called downstream. These are called downstream instance. These are called downstream. There is no such word downstream instance, but I am telling you, behind the load balancer, whatever their servers are there, that is downstream. So what we are exposing to this, do you think that we are giving this IP address to these people? No. Load balancer have DNS name. Tomorrow we are going to change the DNS name also, but now we are having load balancer DNS name. So now what people will do? People will access that DNS name. Okay. Now who is providing this all this facility? Load balancer, EC2, who is providing? Is it our duty? So load balancer is provided by AWS. It is duty of AWS to provide a guarantee to us that it will be working fine. Any maintenance will be going in background. This servers means load balancer or servers won't be get down. If they are down, means our business is going to impact now, right? It is going to impact now. Apart from that, in your engineering or you are in a BCA, you have understand about network layer. You have understand about OSI model. I don't want to talk much on OSI model, because I remember during my engineering, this is OSI model I have learned. So hope you have also learned, right? I remember one shortcut, PD is equal. This is one shortcut I have remember to remember that layer. What does this mean? PD and TSPI. With this, I used to remember the all the layer. Physical layer. P means physical layer. D means data layer. D means data layer. N is network layer. N means network layer. Right? T means transport layer. S means session layer. P means physical layer. And A means application layer. Then you write my university answer. In this way, I remember PD and TSP. There are 7 layers, na? There are 7 layers. So what is mean by seventh layer? Seventh layer is used for application layer, right? Application layer. Now try to understand load balancing. When we understand, so how many type of load balancing we are having and which layer they are using, we need to understand. That's why these layers are important. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. So we have types of load balancer, types of load balancer, types of load balancer, types of load balancer. The one is classic load balancer. Classic load balancer. This is they are going to retire. They are going to retire this one. Okay. They are going to retire. As I mentioned, how many layer are there? P, D, N, T, S, P, A. And nobody is going to ask you all this thing, but remember. So transport layer and application layer. These are the two layer it is using. So layer 4, layer 4, and 7. Layer 4 and 7. These are the two layer classic load balancer is using now. Apart from that, we have application load balancer. Today we are going to do practical with this application load balancer. Okay, now try to observe. What is the layer it is using? It is using layer 7. Layer 7. As I mentioned, what does this mean by A? A means application. So application is using layer 7. The next is what? The next is what? Network load balancer. Network load balancer. Network load balancer. It is using layer number 4, PD and TSPA, transport layer. Okay, which is using protocols like TCP protocol for a very, very high performance. Which layer? Layer 4. When you see my formula PD and TSPA, fourth one is what? T. T means transport layer. The fourth one is gateway load balancer. Fourth one is gateway load balancer. Which layer it is using? Layer 3. What is the symbol there? What is the symbol layer? N. N means network. Okay. Now we will see slowly. Okay. So application load balancer is using what? Application load balancer is using HTTP, HTTPS protocols, layer 7. Okay. And we can access through URLs. Network load balancer, it is using TCP, UDP protocols. Okay. Which is using layer 4. Very, very high performance. It can handle millions of requests per second. Okay. It is using static IPs, IP address. We did not discuss about IP address. Now there are public IP address, private IP address, elastic IP address. We will see and understand types of IP address. But millions of requests per second. Okay. So that is network load balancer. And gateway load balancer route traffic to firewalls. Okay. It is using some protocol on layer 3, GNV protocols. Okay. For which layer it is using? Layer 3. Hope you are good, guys. Hope you are good. Now it's time to play with our AWS. 1 second, guys. Let me open my Google Authenticator first because I need that code. Google Authenticator. Yes. Till now, you have any doubt in this, guys? No, right? Now try to observe. I am using my root account. I am providing my again. You guys very much aware of instance, right? How to create instance. Now try to observe. Here we are having load balancers. Okay. We will come to that. First, we will create some EC2 instance. Okay. Now try to observe. Guys, instead of running and installing server. Okay, let me delete this. There are so many instances here. Stop instance. In very initial day, I know I told you, right, how to give this script directly so that all the command, this is the command now to install software servers, HTTP server. Then it is the command to start this AWS servers. Servers we can start, then enable. Then whatever we are giving, this script will come. In previous session, we did manually, right? Now we can do directly also, right? Let me let me let me do in front of you. Refresh. Nothing is running, right? Launch instance. Launch instance. I am using my instances. Let me give some name. Today is 27 February. 27 February. EC2 instance. EC2 instance. 27 February instance 1 and 2. Now observe, guys. Now observe, guys. Here, how many instances we can create? How many instances we can create here? How many instances we can create? How many instances we can create? It's up to you. I am doing 2 instances I want to create. So what I am doing? Okay. So now see, when launching more than one instance, consider EC2 auto scaling, right? It is asking suggestion. I am giving this name. I can give once there will be 2 instances automatically I am creating. Whatever number I am giving, that number of instance. I am using Amazon Linux machine now. Okay. Free tier service, you know. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Now, let me create one key pair. Okay. Let me give some key pair. Okay. 27 Feb. 27 Feb key. I'm not going to use, but I'm creating for safer side. Now firewall. I want to give security group now. Now try to observe. I am giving this over the network now. Advanced detail. Expand advanced detail. And instead of running the command manually, can I give this command directly here? Can I give this script directly? Copy this script. Always provide. So when operating system will be launching, when operating system will be launching, what it will do? It will launch. And automatically it will run this command. First command, this will be done. It will update all the packages. Then it will install server. What will happen? Next system CTL, it will install the server. Instead of manually, I am providing one automatic script. This is called bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means something from automatically taken care. Okay. Now try to observe. So this is, I am giving hello world from whatever the server it will come going to print. Now try to understand. I am launching the instance. I am launching the instance. Can I launch my instance? I will launch the instance. How many instances going to create, guys? Tell me. See, now it is showing 2 ID na. Successful initiated instance. Can I go here? Can I open in new tab? And this in open in new tab. Okay. I open this. This is our first server. And this is our first server. It is loading. And this is our second server. Here, this is our first server. And this is our second server. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. This is our first server. This is our first server, that is instance 1. Can I use this 2 as an instance? I will give instance 2. I can rename, no problem. I can rename it. I have a rename it for our better. Instance 2. Okay. Now what is the name? Instance 2. Okay. What is this? Instance 1. Okay. Now try to observe. Can I go inside this? Can I go inside this 2 instance? Now this time 2 servers are created now. 2 servers are created. Copy this IP address. Copy this IP address. Open Edge. Microsoft Edge. Paste here. Enter. Hello world from this IP address. 131.1.123. Okay. Now can I copy another instance IP address? Copy. Come back here in Edge. This is different IP address, guys. Now try to. This is second server. You are able to see, right? This is one server 36.13. This is another server 61.115. It means there are 2 applications we are running. In that way, you can think. Okay? Because for this load balancer, we need these 2 servers. Now try to observe. So now, when I will refresh, what is output is coming? Whatever it is coming from 172.31.123 something, and it is coming from 5 to 256. Refresh is right. It is coming. Now let's come to here. What is our topic, guys? What is our topic? Load balancer, right? Load balancer. So what we have to do? Click here. Click here on the load balancer. Once we click on the load balancer, where is the button? Create load balancer. How many type of load balancer? Application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer. Where is classic load balancer? Classic load balancer here. What it is showing? It is previous generation. It is legacy one. So ignore that. We will do application load balancer. from the diagram you can see, user are using, it is using which protocol? HTTPS, right? And then it will access the URL. Network load balancer, which protocol it is using? TCP, TDS, TLS, right? And as I mentioned, JNAV, this is the support it is providing. Okay, it is working for more performance. Okay, now try to observe. Whatever the web application we are using, for that we are using application load balancer. If you want more information, read this. How load balancer works. Read this if you want more and more information. No problem. Okay. Now I have to create this load balancer. Under application load balancer, I am creating one load balancer. Now, can I give application load balancer name? Application load balancer. Can I give this name? Application load balancer. Okay. We are using internet na. We are using internet. We are not using in private networks. We are using internet. So check this box. Okay, check this box. We have different type IPv4 and IPv6. There are two types of IP address now, but we are using IPv4. Okay, IPv4 we have to use. Every time when you are creating one EC2 instance, by default there is a VPC created. Either we know or we don't know. In background it is created. Now, you know, right? Availability zone. Region, every region has 3 availability zone. Right? Availability zone means what? Availability zone means what? Data center having some servers in each rooms, right? Similarly, we have seen. So I am deploying this application in 3 region. I can select this. See, it is selecting subnets also. What is subnet? What is VPC? You don't know? No need to know. It is not our time to discuss it. That comes under VPC, virtual private. Only we are just selecting how many regions we want. So for that demo purpose, I'm selecting this. No problem. What guys it is asking? It is asking security group. Guys, every time you want to come into Zoom meeting, nowadays admin has to admit you, right? That is manual effort, na? That is manual effort. Can we directly admit you? That is also one option, na? You are registered, your registration is done, your meetings authentication is already approved, then directly you can approve, na? You can join, right? That is one way. Or second way is, every time you join, we have to either admit you or either we have to make wait you in the waiting room while you join the meeting. So which approach is better? Approved one time. Once it is approved, we can reuse, right? So that's why security give, but there are other approach also. We can create security group, right? We can use security group by right now it is using default na. Right now you are using default. Now try to observe what is my diagram. What is my diagram showing? People are going to use na this over the network, same security group na, same security group is required na, it should enter here. So what we have to do, we have to define security group na, we have to define security group. This is nothing SG. SG, when I'm saying it is security group, when I'm saying here SG means security group. So security group we have to define. Every server is having security group. At the time of creation, security group I configured. HTTP, I am allowing. The same way we are allowing now from here. Right? Now, so that's why security group comes into picture. Now, can I create one security group? I can create one security group and I can reuse that. Let me create one security group from. I can give some template name. What is the security group I want to give? Let me give some name. I am giving common template. I am using common template SG. I am giving this name. I am giving some description. Anyone can access. Anyone can access. Anyone can access. Anyone can access. This description I am giving. Can I add rule? Can I add rule? What is my rule? anyone from HTTP over the network, ठीक है, ठीक है, they can access, see, IPv4, right? Custom is also fine, right? I am using this CIDR range. We will see these are IP address. There is some range of IP address. We have to use this. What is the TCP protocol? See, port number 80. Let me create this security group. Once this security group, what is my name? Common template SG. Common template SG is the name of my security group. Now, can I refresh? Is it coming here? No. Let me refresh here. Now, what is my name? Common template. Can I refresh and can I type common? See, it is coming here. I can use this security group and default I have to remove one. Otherwise, they will, if there are two security group by default one and which one I have created, there will be conflict na which is with each other. They will try to overwrite na. So better what we will do? Default one we will remove. Default one we will remove. Okay. And we are using our this security groups allowing every URL access from user na. Now I will give the URL. You are able to access because I am allowing HTTP network. Okay. Whatever. Now come guys. See what is asking? Create target group. What is my diagram, guys? What is my diagram? Target group. Here target group is there na. Here target group is there na. Where already we created this server, two server we have created, EC2 1, EC2. Now I want to configure this in target group now. That is here we have to configure. That is what we are here. Here we have to configure. See, anything is coming now? Nothing is coming now. Refresh it, nothing is coming. So we need to create target group. Click here on target group. Where? Click here on target group. Now create target group. What is asking? How many, what kind of thing you can configure? Instance. Currently, I am using two instance now, so I am checking this box. Do I configuring IP address? No, I'm not configuring. I'm not configuring Lambda function. No need to worry. What is application load? No need to worry. I have two instance now. This is one instance and this is another instance. So I want to configure at this moment instance now. So I am trying selecting instance. Can I scroll down? Target group name. Can I give any target group name? Demo target. Demo target. Target. Demo target. Target application load balancer. ठीक है? Okay. IPv4. This see IP address. IPv4 is one series. IPv6 is one series. No need to worry. What is this? Ignore that. Health check. Everything is fine. Just next. See, guys. These are coming na. These are coming, right? I created two server na. What is my server name? Whatever instance are running, those are coming here. Now it is asking which server you want to integrate with my load balancer. So what I am doing, guys, I have to select this clear drawing. I am selecting this. Now try to observe. I am selecting both the instance and now include as pending. Click on include as pending. Nothing is else. Include as pending. Include as pending and now create target groups. Target group is created now. Target group is created. So where we have to come back? Come back here in our place. Can I now it is coming? No, refresh this. When I refresh this, it will come. It will come, guys. What happened? Click on this register targets. Available instance. What is the name? 100, guys. Demo target LB. demo target LB. It will come for sure, but it is taking time. I'm checking. Targets, monitoring. He'll check. Fine. 1 minute, guys. Let me go to instance. Let me go to instance. 1 minute. Instance 1. Security group. You check security group. Inbound rules. 80. Launch wizard. Let me come back to instance. Let me check the security group, whether those are allowing or not. Instance 1. What is the security group? Inbound rules. Okay, no problem. Use that option of editing security group. 1 minute, guys. One minute, guys. We are checking. Ideally, this edit inbound rule. Edit inbound rule. This is okay. Add rule. HTTP. Slider range any. Save rule. Demo target LB. It is fine. Then instance. Where is my instance? This is my instance. This is my instance. and this is inbound rules. Inbound rule. Click here. Edit inbound rules. Everything is fine. Let me delete everything. Add rule. HTTP. This is the CIDR range. Save this. Now come to EC2. Demo target ALB. Register target. Already specified. Okay. Running. Now come to load balancer. Create target group. Instance. HTTP is fine. HTTP1 is fine. Next, target group, target2. Copy this. Then next, these are the instance. Select this instance. Include as pending. Create target group. Create target group. Target group to individual register protocol. ठीक है. Now refresh this. See, target two is coming, right? Now we will check why first target was not coming. Then what we have to do, guys, we have to create load balancer. See, first we have to create what? Target group. This is very important. We have to create target group. So it will come when we are creating one target group, then it should populate here from that target group. Now it is coming. Okay. Now try to observe. Final step is we have to create load balancer. What is the load balancer name? Okay, load balancer name, it is, we have to give ALB demo. I am giving this name. Okay, now I am creating one load balancer. So load balancer will be created. It will take few minutes for provisioning of load balancer. We will wait for that. It is saying it may take few minutes for load balancer to fully set up and route traffic. Target will also take a few minutes to complete the registration process and initial health check. So we will wait for that. Okay. It will take couple of minutes. Okay. Now refresh. It is showing provisioning now. We have to wait for few minutes, guys. It will be active. Okay. We'll wait for that. Meanwhile, we'll check from here load balancers. It is coming, it is still provisioning. We have to wait for that. Refresh, refresh, refresh. It will take time guys, because what is happening in background? Now try to observe. What is happening? Meanwhile, it is, I am repeating again, meanwhile it is provisioning. First, what we have created? We created, let's say, two server now today. We created two server. This is common, daily we are creating this server, right? Okay. What happened after this? We run this server IP address. So these are the two running na. These are the two which are running. This is output coming from those server. After that, what we did is then coming to load balancer. Now coming to load balancer. Now coming to load balancer. We created one load balancer. Inside this load balancer, we have configure one security group and we created target group. What is the purpose of target group? To create a link between these EC2 servers. Okay. To provide the link between this EC2 server. Once this link is created, then we can able to create and we can get DNS name. I will give this DNS name and we can able to use this. Okay. Now we will check whether this is created or still it is in provisioning state. See guys, it is active now. Okay. Let me go inside this. Can I copy this DNS name? I have copied this DNS name. Can I come here? Can I come here? Can I enter here? Let me try. See, output is coming now. Now try to observe, it is coming 246. Now we will refresh. See, one only. 246, 123. See guys, now it is output 246. Refreshing one time 123. Here observe. Observe guys, load balancer is working now. Observe this place. I am refreshing here. I am refreshing here. First time 123. Second time it is changing now one time. This is our concept now, load balancing. It is working fine, right? That is what it is coming. Hello world from. First time, what is out? Now try to observe this one. This is our first server. When I am refreshing, now I am here in first server. Can I refresh this? What is the output from first server? Always 123. See, the number of time I am clicking, always 123. Now can I go to the second server? Now I am going to here. Now observe. What will be the output? What will be the output? The number of time I will create 246 na. 246, right? I am clicking here. Now I am going here to where? Load balancer. Can I come here to load balancer? Now I am here. Now I am here. Now try to observe here. Output is going to change na. Now try to observe. 246, 123. 246, 123. So our load balancer is working na, means two servers are running, but we are using this DNS URL. Can you try this? I am pinging in the chat, guys. I am giving in the chat, guys. Can you please run it? I'm stopping my screen share. I am allowing you to unmute, guys. Can you please unmute? Can you please hit that URL, please? Can you unmute? Can you guys unmute?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
able to access this URL? Two different outputs are coming now. Everyone.
yes,
sir.
yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Coming na? This is the concept now, load balancer. Okay.
Sir.
Slowly. Interesting na? Your interest is increasing na?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is actually, we have to think as a developer perspective. Mean all this thing is taken care by now AWS na? Right? Slowly we will we will increase the concept also one by one. Okay, I'm stopping my recording, guys.